Welcome everyone. Here in this video, our discussion point transformer losses and efficiency. And transformer losses, main two types of losses. It is the core loss and ohmic loss. Except these two loss, we have stray load loss and dielectric loss. Now, core loss. Core loss has two components. One is the hysteresis and another is the eddy current. So core loss includes hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. A hysteresis loss equals to KH F Bm to the power x, whereas KH proportionality constant and it will depends on volume and quality of the core material. F is frequency, that is the alternating flux frequency. F, Bm maximum flux density, whereas the x is constant and this constant is called Steinmetz constant, and this value will vary 1.5 to 2.5 and it will depends on magnetic property of the core material. So x equals to Steinmetz constant, and PE denoted as eddy current losses, and this eddy current losses KE F square and Bm square. KE is proportionality constant and this KE depends on resistivity of the core material, thickness of the lamination. F is the alternating flux frequency. Bm is the maximum flux density. Hysteresis loss in terms of voltage and frequency. And when we calculate this voltage and frequency, this Bm can be represented like this way. Here voltage V equals to root 2 pi F frequency n number of turns flux maximum flux phi m, and induced EMF equals to this, as induced EMF is almost equal to V or supply voltage, so we are writing here V equals to this, equals to root 2 pi F in Bm AI. So phi equals to B flux density into net core area, it is AI. And from this equation, we can write this equation Bm equals to supply voltage divided by root 2 pi F in AI. And if you put this equation here at Bm, we will get this one to the power of x. So here KH pi in AI and supply voltage, so KH pi, these all are the constant terms, so it is written here KH x at V to the power x and F to the power of 1 minus x. So this is the equation we got from this. Hysteresis loss in terms of frequency and voltage, and hysteresis loss will depends on the frequency and it is inversely proportional. So from this equation we can say the hysteresis loss depends on both the applied voltage and its frequency. Eddy current losses. Eddy current loss in terms of voltage and frequency, you can write again. If you put Bm value, flux density value of this, and here we will get this equation, x square and x square will be cancelled out. We will have only Ke is the constant, all the constant part is written here in terms of Ke and square of the supply voltage. So eddy current loss is independent of the supply frequency, but it is the proportional to the square of the light voltage. So finally got this equation, core loss in terms of voltage and frequency, and the two component hysteresis loss, and this is the eddy current loss. So this is all about the core loss which is occurring in the transformer, except that another main loss, that is the ohmic losses, and this ohmic losses is actually I square R loss. So I square R, and both this I square R losses in both primary and secondary winding. So except these two losses, we have stray load loss and dielectric loss. In a transformer. So stray load loss present in a transformer. So due to the linkage field, eddy current will induced in the tanks, channel and bolts, and this eddy current gives rise to stray load loss. And also the dielectric loss, and this loss occurs in the insulating material. These dielectric losses occurs in the insulating material, and that is in the transformer oil and the solid insulation of the high voltage transformer. So this is all about the losses, and next slides we will discuss the efficiency. Efficiency is output power by input power. That is the efficiency. Or it is also, we can write input power, that is input minus losses. This also can be written as minus loss divided by all losses divided by input power, that is input. This efficiency also we can write that output divided by output plus losses. Okay, so this efficiency can be in terms of this output by output plus losses, or also we can write the another in form, that is also we can mention here, that is input by input, that is 1 minus loss by input, loss, there is losses, all losses divided by input. The efficiency can be written. These all are the form of efficiency. Now efficiency equals to output power by input power, and output power means secondary terminal voltage, load current and secondary power factor. Power factor is cos theta 2. And also input power equals to output plus losses, that is the input. Whatever output plus inside all losses, if you addition these two is called input. So output is secondary power V2 I2 cos of theta 2, and this is the output power plus core loss component PC, hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss, that is also known as constant losses. That means hysteresis loss and eddy current loss will not vary, no load to super, it will be constant, plus I2 square R equivalent. R equivalent means primary winding resistance. So this includes primary winding and secondary. This includes primary winding resistance and secondary winding resistance. So I2 square R E2. So output power plus all losses is called input. The condition for maximum efficiency. Here you can see that secondary load voltage, load across voltage remains practically constant. Cos of theta 2 is the specified value of load power factor. The value is already specified. And the core loss component, for core loss component and this is also a constant, no load to full load. And equivalent resistance RE, that is the primary resistance and secondary resistance, also a constant value. So only the variable part is up. So the efficiency, the derivative of efficiency with respect to I2, that is D efficiency di2, when it will be 0, then we will get the maximum efficiency. That is the condition. And this is our efficiency. So this equation, this is the equation we got. You can see the derivative equation, and after this we got the solution, and this is the solution of this derivation. And the derivation solution is that after solution, if you do the solution of this equation, you will get this, that is the I2 square RE2 equals to PC. That is actually variable losses, and variable losses means copper losses, and copper losses equals to the core loss, that is the constant loss. So when variable loss, that is the core loss, copper loss, and it is equals to the core loss, that is the constant loss. So the maximum efficiency we will get when variable losses will be equals to the core loss. At that time we will get the maximum efficiency. All day efficiency is calculated in a distribution transformer, not in a power transformer, because it will operate always at near the rated capacity of KVA. Power transformer are generally disconnected for light load periods. Power transformer is basically designed to have maximum efficiency at near its full load or rated KVA. But in distribution transformer, its secondary is connected with the domestic consumer, and the domestic consumer, the load on the distribution transformer varies over a wide range during 24 hours a day. So in case of distribution transformer, the all day efficiency, the computation of all day efficiency is important. This is the energy efficiency. Energy efficiency equals to energy output for a certain period divided by total energy input for the same period. When this energy efficiency is computed for a day, that is 24 hours, it is called all day efficiency. And also the distribution transformer are always energized. The primary is always energized. Therefore core loss takes place continuously. And in this view, the distribution transformer are designed to have very low value of core loss. So all day efficiency equals to 1 minus of losses divided by input. So 1 minus daily losses kilowatt hour divided by daily input power to the transformer in kilowatt hour. So this is all about the all day efficiency.